start with the new topic of this chapter. It is a long division method, which we have already discussed in the 9th standard. But remember, this type of question will definitely come into the board examination. The format of the question must be different, but you should remember that must be one question which relate with this method, the long division method. So let us recall what we have done in the previous standard. The same method is there, but there are few changes will be there, the further questions that we'll see. It's a long division method. That means we have to divide a polynomial with another polynomial. So let's see that here the most important part of this question to obtain quotient, that what the quotient will come. See, this is the most important. There are two only important part, basically three. So let's see which are those. The first part to obtain the quotient. Now how do we obtain the quotient? Remember, यहाँ पे पहला term कैसे आएगा? How we'll obtain the first term of the quotient? So let's learn here. The first. This is not the method which you are supposed to show into the examination, but if you do this, you'll get the idea. What I am telling again, how to obtain the first quotient. So this first term of the dividend, we should divide with the first term of the divisor. It is dividend divisor, dividend divisor. I repeat, the first term of the dividend should divide with first term of the divisor. So when I divide 2x square with x, we know by division we will obtain 2x. Because here x is x into x, so 1x will come. Now the answer which we obtain, as it is positive, so we are supposed to write 2x as a first quotient. Got it? This is very important. Now this quotient should multiply with divisor. As there are two terms in the divisor, so there must be two terms we are supposed to obtain here. This is the second and the most important part. This 2x supposed to multiply with the x, so you should remember your term will be the same with the sign. Then 2x multiply with 2. We know how to do the product. 2 2s are 4 x. This is the second step. The first step to obtain the quotient. The second, the quotient should multiply with the terms of divisor and to obtain. Now the third and most important, what we supposed to do? We have to do the subtraction. When we do the subtraction, that means the term which we obtain here, that should be change the sign. If it was negative, become positive, and it was positive, become negative. It was positive, negative, positive, become negative. The first term is always cancelled, always. We should remember these two are the like terms, x below x term. Now minus 4 plus 3. So minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1 and x. Then we have to carry plus 1. Now this is the dividend term which we obtain. So let's obtain the second quotient. How to obtain the second quotient? So again, the first term of the dividend should divide with the first term of the divisor. As x will cancel, we will obtain minus 1. So here it should be minus 1. Now forget this one, 2x. We should look at this minus 1. Now this quotient minus 1 which we obtain here should multiply with both the terms of the divisor. Minus 1x, it's minus x. Minus 1 into 2. 2 ones are 2 plus minus minus. Again we will have to change the sign. See, as it was negative become positive, negative become positive. The first term should be always cancelled. This sign is plus, this is also plus. Plus 2 plus 1. So the answer is plus 3. This is called remainder polynomial and this is called quotient polynomial. Let's see one more question with the same time. Let's see this question. It is 3x square minus x cube minus 3x plus 5. This is the dividend term. X minus 1 minus x square. This is the divisor term. So this term should be divided by this term. See, this is good questions than the previous one which we have learned. You can see that the terms are not given in the proper order. Let's understand what is the order. Order sense based on the power of the variable. We should arrange the terms in the descending order of the power of the variable. or it could be in the ascending order of the power of the variable. So let us arrange here both dividend and divisor, both this as the descending order of the power. मतलब हमारा जो वेरिएबल का पावर है it should be in the descending order. पहले बड़ा पावर, फिर छोटा, छोटा और लास्ट में the constant term with the power 0. Same we have to do with the dividend divisor. One thing you should remember when you are changing the order of the term, मैं x cube को हम x cube को पहले टर्म पे ले जा रहे हैं. So look at the sign of the x cube, as it is negative so it should remain negative. ये बहुत important step है. There are few students they are just changing the term, they are not changing the sign. हमें पूरे टर्म को साइन के साथ लेना है. तो x cube पूरा उठाया साइन के साथ and it becomes minus x cube. 3x square is second term, this remain as it is and as it is. The see you have done minus x square plus x minus 1. यहाँ पे कोई साइन नहीं है इसलिए we should consider that term as a plus 1. Now the method which we discussed in the previous question the same. हमें तीन चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट से करनी है. The first we have to obtain the quotient. सबसे पहला quotient obtain करते हैं. Let's obtain the first quotient. To obtain the first quotient, first term of the dividend should divide with the first term of the divisor. As minus minus cancel, x 3 times 2 times, so it remains only x. So the first term of the quotient is x. This was the first step. Let's go for the second. This quotient should multiply with all the terms of the divisor. As there are 3 terms, so we obtain 3 terms here. X multiply with minus x squared. You should remember the first term is always same with the sign. X into x square. Both terms are positive, so it is x square. See, the sign is also very important. X with minus 1, so minus x. You can see that we obtain like terms below the like terms. Now the third step, we have to do the subtraction. We will change the sign. Minus become plus, plus become minus, minus become plus. First term हमेशा cancel होगा. Now plus 3, we should consider this sign. Minus 1, plus 3 minus 1, that is 2, sign of the bigger term. Minus 3 plus 1, minus 2, sign of the bigger term. Plus 5. Now this is our term of the dividend. Let us obtain the second term of the dividend. First term of the dividend should divide with first term of the divisor. See, one term is negative, the answer must be negative. X square will cut, so it remains only minus 2. So what is our second term of the quotient? That is minus 2. Fine. Now this is the term minus 2 should multiply with all the terms of the divisor. Minus minus plus 2 into x square 2x square. As we discussed earlier, हमारा पहला term हमेशा same है. Plus minus minus 2 ones are 2x. Minus minus plus 2 ones are 2. Now we should change the sign again. Minus, it becomes plus. Minus. पहला टर्म हमेशा कैंसिल होगा. प्लस 2 माइनस 2 0 हो गया, ये भी कैंसिल हो गया. प्लस 5 माइनस 2, द आंसर इज 3. सो दिस इज द क्वोशिएंट, सॉरी, दिस इज द रिमाइंडर पॉलिनोमियल and this is the quotient polynomial. One thing I want to tell you that how do we identify whether we obtain the correct or not? That is one way. Either you can do the product, you will obtain this. That is quite lengthy method. But you should remember your quotient. आपका जो ये quotient है quotient, उसमें कभी भी like terms नहीं आएंगे. You never obtain x terms again or constant again, x square again. It should be always in the descending order of the power of the variable in all the sums, all the long division sums. Thank you. Look at one more question. This is the third question of question number 1 of exercise 2.3. It's very important question and very interesting also. Look at into the question. It is x raised to power 4, then minus 5x plus 6. So you can see here there are two terms are missing with the power 3 and power 2. This kind of questions are important, can come into the exams. And see, polynomial is dividend polynomial, and this is the divisor 2 minus xy. Here also one term with the power x is missing. This one you can do two way. Either you add the missing terms. When you are adding the missing term, remember you should add 0. You cannot add x cube or x square. You should add 0x cube, 0x square. Because 0 does not have any value. When we add 0 to certain number, the value of that number should not be changed. इसलिए हम 0 ऐड कर रहे हैं. अगर आप ऐड नहीं करोगे और सम करोगे, then it will be also correct. मगर यहाँ पे you should have one concept which is absolutely clear. You should identify which are the like terms. अगर आप like terms को identify कर पा रहे हो, then only the sum is quite easy. Then you go for any method. Fine. So you can see that what I have done, I have added only 0x square. The reason, you can see that one term x is missing here, so I'll keep remaining x cube missing here. अगर आपको ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो आप उसको 0x square मत लिखो, you can keep it as it is. But when you write this, you get it quite easy. थोड़ा आपको easy हो जाएगा. Let's see what I am going to do. As usual, we have to obtain the first term of the quotient. So first term of the dividend should divide with first term of the divisor. So what is my answer? The answer is minus x square, because we have only one term which is negative. So the first term of the quotient is minus x square. This minus x square should multiply with both the terms. Now you should remember this. You are multiplying with negative term. So when you are multiplying with the negative term, the sign has to be changed. Minus minus plus x square into x square is x4. As we discussed earlier, the term with the sign must be equal. Minus plus minus 2 into x square, 2x square. You can see that we obtain x square term here. That is why I have written 0x square. अगर मैं यहाँ पे x cube term लिखता तो भी हमें यहाँ पे x cube term मिलने वाला नहीं था. अगर यहाँ पे 0x ऐड करते तो मिलता, मगर वो काफी लंबा और confusing होता है. That is why this is the simple. Now as usual, let us change the sign. We should cancel this. 0 की कोई भी वैल्यू नहीं है तो ये जो हमारा टर्म है, we should carry the same term as it is. मैंने 2x square as it is carry किया. Then I'll carry this both the terms. Minus 5x plus 6. Now let's obtain the second quotient. As it is 2x square, let us divide with minus x square. One term is negative, so answer must be minus. X square cancel, the answer is minus 2. So now this minus 2, which is the second term of the quotient, should multiply with both the term of the divisor. Minus minus plus, so 2x square. Minus plus minus 2 to the 4. See, as it is a constant, should written below the constant. मैंने यहाँ पे नहीं लिखा. Got it? क्योंकि ये constant है, should written below the constant. अब sign change करेंगे. Will be cancel. कुछ भी नहीं है. We should carry the term as it is. Plus minus minus sign of the bigger term. Now should I go further? अभी और आगे करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे? तो हमारे पास दो ऐसे रास्ते हैं जिससे हमें पता चलेगा. If in the quotient we obtain the constant, remember this would be the last. वो आगे नहीं होगा. This is one way to identify. और दूसरा, look at this. It is minus 5x and this is x square. So you can see the power of variable of the divisor is greater than the dividend. दोबारा, divisor का जो power है वो डिविडेंड के पावर से बड़ा है तो डिवाइड नहीं करेंगे. अगर ये दोनों पावर सेम है तभी वहां तक ही जाएंगे, उसके बाद नहीं करेंगे. सो आई होप यू गॉट इट. सो दिस इज द we can see the quotient and this is the remainder polynomial. Thank you.